Yeah, he had terrible anxiety would creep up, his OCD, all of the things that he presents with would be magnified, such as just, anxiety, OCD. He would pace. He would have just sort of almost like there was a backlog of issues where he just wasn't really able to detox, and it would sort of all get clogged up. It was the craziest thing, and it happened every time for years because he seemed to be in a methyl trap. Still had some issues that were pretty, I don't know, pretty ominous looking, with his oxidative stress numbers and his mitochondrial function, and especially his methylation and his reduced exposure, need for reduced exposure to heavy metals and things like that, toxic exposures. Basically, what it said was what I would think it said, which was he has some genetic mutations that uh, really do cause concern for his ability to detox, based on what doctors have told me in the past. So the two, if you side by side put the tests together, the differences in 2.5 months on the SNP, they're dramatic differences. We basically we went from a 7, which is a yellow, on the toxic exposures, which means he's mentholating, detoxing, and it went to a 0. He's never had a 0 on that. You have to know that. He's never had a 0. This has been the best number I've ever seen him have. On his methylation support, which is another number that was tested, it went from a 7, which is in the yellow, to a 0 as well. I asked him, how's the noisy brain? And he basically says it's much better. And I'll tell you how much better it is. He will, from time to time, he'll have sort of a little lapse of it, and it will remind us as what he was going through. And he'll be able to describe, well, it was just sort of loud and busy. Lots of things going on. It's nicer also to be able to talk to people and hear other people talking to me. So it's a big impression. She has seen a big difference as well, and she sees him regularly. So that's someone who sees him every other week, but would see the differences in incremental changes as well, because she has to work with him and she has to get feedback from him. So it's a dramatic difference. I mean, a dramatic difference. So much so that I'm like, okay, I need to make sure I have this on hand. Hurricanes, whatever. I don't want to go without it.